Learn English through stories.
It was a beautiful Saturday morning and Maria was excited to go on a hike with her friends. They had planned to explore a new trail that they had heard so much about. However, things quickly took a turn for the worse. After a couple of hours of hiking, they came across a clearing with a breathtaking view of the valley below. Maria's friend, Sarah, said, "This view is amazing. Let's take a break here and have some snacks." As they were eating, Maria noticed that her water bottle was empty. She asked Sarah if she had extra water, to which Sarah replied, "No, I only brought enough for myself. But I heard that there's a stream not too far from here that has clean water. We can fill up our bottles there." So, they continued on their hike, following the trail towards the stream. However, the trail became steeper and more difficult to navigate. Maria began to feel unsure about the path they were on and said, "I don't know, this doesn't look right to me. Are you sure this is the right way?" Sarah replied, "I'm positive. I heard that the stream is just a little further down this way. Trust me." As they continued, the trail became increasingly treacherous and Maria's anxiety grew. She said, "I think we should turn back. This doesn't feel safe." But Sarah, who was feeling confident, insisted they keep going. "It's not much further. We're almost there," she said. Unfortunately, Sarah was wrong and they soon found themselves lost and without any water. They were stuck in a remote area, with no cell phone service and no way to call for help. It was a terrifying and overwhelming experience for Maria, who felt responsible for trusting her friend. After what felt like hours, they finally stumbled upon a ranger station and were able to call for help. The ranger quickly rescued them and brought them back to safety. From that experience, Maria learned the importance of always being prepared and to never blindly trust someone, no matter how confident they may seem. She was grateful to have made it out safely and promised herself to always be more cautious in the future. As they sat in the ranger station, sipping on water and catching their breath, Maria couldn't help but reflect on what had just happened. She felt guilty for trusting Sarah and putting herself in such a dangerous situation. She also felt embarrassed for having to be rescued by the ranger. The ranger, who could sense Maria's distress, said, "You're both lucky to be safe. This area can be deceiving and it's easy to get lost. I suggest you stick to well-known trails in the future." Maria nodded, still feeling embarrassed. Sarah, on the other hand, seemed unfazed by the whole ordeal and was already planning their next adventure. Once they were back in civilization, Maria talked to her parents about what had happened. They were relieved that she was safe, but also concerned about the risks she had taken. They reminded her to always be prepared and to make smart decisions when it comes to her safety. Maria also had a heart-to-heart with Sarah. She expressed her concerns about the hike and how she felt lost and afraid. Sarah apologized for not taking Maria's concerns seriously and promised to be more considerate in the future. Despite the scary experience, Maria couldn't help but feel grateful for the bond that was strengthened between her and her parents and her and Sarah. She learned that it's okay to ask for help and to speak up when she feels uncomfortable. She also learned that true friends will listen and support each other, even in the toughest of situations. From that day on, Maria made a promise to herself to always be prepared and to make smart decisions when it comes to her safety. She would never forget the valuable lessons she learned from her bad experience and would use them to become a stronger and more confident person.
Let's have a look at the meaning of the words or phrases used in this story. You can take a screenshot of them